What's happening, folks? It is Friday. It is time to talk a little overlay fantasy sports. We are going to roll over to that website and tell you all about how we feel the best way to get to the mountaintop and win that $16,000 on a meager $22 bet is by using these plays. Now, we appreciate when you all throw in your own 2 cents. If you got anything you like on this slate, throw it in the comments section, and we will rock and roll through it.
Mm-hmm. I am definitely going to be in here tonight and hoping to take down this jackpot. You're getting over 16K if you win it. I mean, oh God, let's get it.
$16,020 as it stands right now on a $22 bet. Now going 12-0 is not easy. You know, there's a reason we talk about it every day. Clearly, it's not going to happen a lot, but it will happen eventually. And it seems like a very reasonably priced chance to get that kind of money. But like the backup plan is still pretty darn awesome. Like if you go in the top 10%, you get $180 off that bet. That is a really good return on your investment. 8-4 record will often get you up there.
Mm-hmm.
And that sounds easier than it is. I'm not going to lie. It's not always easy to go 8-4, but I mean, these are 50-50 contests. All you got to do is win like 8 out of 12 coin flips.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Agreed all the way around.
All right. So here's an interesting one to start. The King versus Giannis, the Greek Freak versus the King. I mean, I'll just tell you how I feel. I don't want to pick this one.
I don't want to pick it either.
You could see it going either way. It's going to probably come down to a couple of three-pointers. You know, LeBron's a better three-point shooter, but he's not having his best season there. He is at home. There's just a lot to take a look at right here. I'm probably going to abstain from this one. Gun to head, though, where would you go?
LeBron at home.
I'm going to go Giannis. I think Anthony Davis has a big game here, which leads us into our next one. As great as Jason Tatum has been lately, and he has been great. No arguments, right? He has been amazing lately. I'll take Anthony Davis in this spot. I think Davis has a big night tonight. I don't know why that is. I just have a feeling he did really well against Milwaukee in the second half last time out. I think that piggyback into some confidence for him tonight.
So maybe a Davis-Bledsoe pairing on some pay sites could work. But as far as this goes, I got a question for you because I know that you're, I don't want to say a Davis hater, but a Davis hater. You're a Davis hater. I was going to say,
I believe the correct term is Davis truther.
Okay. We can argue about that later, but who would you're starting a team, you have no one else on your team. These are the two guys on the board. Who you picking, Davis or Tatum?
Tatum.
Really?
What is he, 5 years younger?
I'm not sure, but I don't think it's like that close or that easy as how you said it.
I think Jason Tatum's a winner. Now, it didn't come to fruition last year, but I blame a lot of that on Kyrie. And in this situation where you propose it, I'm not getting Anthony Davis studying under the tutelage of the King LeBron James. Like, that's this Davis from New Orleans or a little bit that he's learned this year. I think Jason Tatum, he's really good. And again, maybe it's a little recency bias with how well he's played lately, but I'll take Jason Tatum.
He's 4 years younger.
Okay. And that pairs into the equation because Davis is, in his 7th year now?
It definitely pairs in the equation. It's difficult because I still think Davis has more talent, but man, Tatum is Tatum's up there, man. He every time I watch him, he reminds me, like I said, a little bit of Brandon Ingram, a little bit of Paul George. He's just so smooth.
So I got you this one. How about the Lakers go into the playoffs this year? And let's say they lose to the Clippers, who look borderline unstoppable right now. You know, when the Clippers are healthy this year, they haven't lost yet. And if they go into that game, Western Conference Finals, let's call it, and let's say the Clippers win 4-1, and LeBron plays well, but Davis is small over and over and over again, I think that really would like key into the narrative that Anthony Davis just doesn't have that mental fortitude to let his talent shine through in the NBA.
I agree.
So it's a very interesting Western Conference playoffs this year, guys. You've heard me geeked out about this over the last couple of weeks. I am absolutely just enthralled for these things to start.
Same. As far as this question goes, I'm with you. I'll pick Davis as well, and it's one I will definitely choose.
Yeah, again, I like Davis tonight just because I'm a Davis hater or truther or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't mean I don't like him tonight. I think he has a good game tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, your boy Zion versus your boy Lonzo Ball. You're big fans of both of these dudes. You going to ride the hot hand Alonzo, or are you going to go with Mr. Consistency?
I'm going to go with Mr. Consistency, especially with the missed shots. Give me Zion here.
Gotcha. This is not a good spot for Lonzo Ball, who has balled 3 games in a row. But this is usually a very even question, hence the reason it's up here. So I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with Zion right here as well, but not one I'm lining up to pick right away.
Great.
All right. Speaking of, same game, we've had this one a couple times now. Drew Holiday versus Brandon Ingram. Again, I almost always default to Brandon Ingram, but I'm not very excited about picking this one either. I respect the hell out of Drew Holiday.
Same. I will default to Ingram as well, though.
All right. Favors or none?
I'm going to go none. Just a much better spot.
Agreed wholeheartedly. You mentioned it on the members only video. He's been in a subtle little rut the last couple of games, I believe, but he plays more minutes in a better matchup.
Exactly.
If you gave me Favors and none and they each played 30 minutes against the same team, I'd go Favors every time. But that's not the situation.
Exactly.
All right. Bama Lamb out of Bayou versus Jimmy Buckets Butler.
I like Butler.
I like Bam.
Okay.
Agree to disagree on this one. It's always a tough one, right?
It's always a tough one. I think this is a kind of a get-up spot, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't. That's one where I don't really see it as a get-up spot for Jimmy Butler. I think these are both guys that we like a lot.
Sure.
And I like Bam to kind of roll into the easier DFS points against New Orleans, but I don't line up to pick this one ever because these guys are both really good and really even.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the reason it's up here. All right, we get this one a lot, though. Rudy Gobert versus Donovan Mitchell in Boston. Who do you got here, sir?
Oh, man. Mitchell balled against Boston last time out, but I like the way Gobert's played recently. I'm going to go Gobert.
So am I. He's 3-4 inches taller than Daniel Theis. I think he should have a good day with rebounds right here. I think Mitchell gets the Marcus Smart treatment, and it's going to make him work for it. He'll still get his, but I don't like the efficiency possibilities for him tonight.
Agreed.
All right, Mike Conley versus Daniel Theis. Give me Conley.
This one is Conley easy for me because Theis lost run. Robert Williams is back. Give me Conley for sure here. One I'll definitely choose higher up on that priority list.
Plus the Canner revenge game, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll drop below that. The absolutely scorching hot Terrence Ross against one of your favorite players, Malik Beasley. This is a tough one right here, but I'm going to go with Ross. No Fournier, more than likely. I think he continues the hot streak right here. Ross absolutely killed these T-Wolves just a week ago.
Yeah, it's hard not to like Ross here. I do like Beasley as well, but Ross is just so hot.
You're a big Malik Beasley fan. No shame in that, right?
No Fournier makes this Ross. If Fournier played, I would go Beasley here.
We talked about this guy in members only, and sometimes 3 + 3 doesn't equal 6 when it comes to the DFS world. But this is one where, on paper, it just makes sense to like Terrence Ross.
Agreed.
All right. Speaking of on paper, a couple of guys here with some nice upside tonight. Damian Lillard at Phoenix and Porzingis against Memphis. I like Porzingis a lot. Clearly, you guys know that. I put him on the cover of the DK video today. I'm going to go Porzingis. It becomes easy if Luka's out, but it is, it's a very contested matchup if Luka plays.
I'm going to go Porzingis as well. I mean, Lillard's still rounding into form. I know he didn't have a minutes limit, but doesn't mean he's going to be back to just dropping 60 every game. So I'm going to roll Porzingis with you.
And again, Portland's got some guys. They got McCollum playing well. Whiteside's having a solid season. Melo's taking some offensive shots. Remember, Lillard went through that stretch, but that was over a month ago now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move down to guys from the same game. Spencer Dinwiddie versus DeMar DeRozan. I'm going to go with DeMar DeRozan, and this is very kind of a keep it simple, stupid type of valuation. Some nights it's Dinwiddie, some nights it's LeVert. In a game where San Antonio needs to win, DeRozan plays hard tonight because there's no Aldridge.
Yeah, give me DeRozan here for sure.
All right. Next up, Steven Adams at New York, Danilo Gallinari.
I don't really have a good feel for this one.
Either do I, but give me Gallo, a little bit more consistent.
I get that.
Not one I'm lining up to scram in there, though.
Yeah, give me Gallo also. Revenge, at least.
All right. Vooch, who's starting to play better now. No Fournier and D'Angelo Russell. This is a tough one, but I'm going to go with Vucevic. I think Russell owns the slightly higher upside tonight against an Orlando team you've pointed out has not played well lately, especially from the defensive end. But with very likely no Evan Fournier, he's back on the right track right now. I love the matchup with Minnesota. I expect Vucevic to have a nice game tonight.
So do I. It's always difficult because in the end, Russell has higher upside than Vooch on any given day because he's
Russell's just more willing to shoot 50 times, right?
Exactly. Like on any given day. Like Vucevic will outscore Russell probably 7 out of 10 times. But like Russell can outscore him on any given day in any matchup just because he'll shoot, like you said, if he gets hot, it's the ultimate equalizer. So I'm going to go Vucevic here also, but I hate picking against Russell.
I agreed. I probably will pick this one, but it'll be on the lower end of my confidence rankings.
For sure.
All right. After that, we move over to a couple of guys from the Miami game. Jay Crowder versus Duncan Robinson. I don't know. Give me Robinson for no real reason.
Shoots threes. This is one I won't pick. I'll go Robinson with.
We'll agree on that. I won't pick it either.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Julius Randle against OKC. Chris Paul at New York. This is a tough one. You can get to OKC a little bit inside. If Mitchell Robinson is out, I might lean Randle. Otherwise, I think I end up with Chris Paul. Do you read anything into the rumors from yesterday that New York is gearing up to try to get Chris Paul this summer?
I think it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, first off. And no, I don't read anything into it. Why the hell would the Knicks want Chris Paul? I mean, does it make any sense to you?
Yes, but only in the essence that they can't get anybody. So any superstar, former superstar that would come there would probably be welcome with open arms.
He's old, though.
I didn't say he wasn't old, Matt. I mean, he's younger than I am, but so are most people. I don't think it makes sense from a strategic basketball perspective, but the Knicks can't lure in any free agents. So if Paul, you can somehow get him, I understand that.
Yeah, I get that too. I get your point now. If Robinson's out, I go Randle. If he's in, I probably go Paul. But it's really tight and not what I'm looking to pick because we're getting up to a couple that I do like quite a bit.
All right. We got Sabonis against Whiteside. Who do you like there?
I like Sabonis quite a bit more. Definitely one I'm going to pick. I think Whiteside will be more popular here. I think it's trappy. I think Whiteside's trappy tonight, and I really trust Sabonis after getting embarrassed last time out, potentially missing a bunch of their key cogs. Great matchup. I love Sabonis tonight. The more I talk about him, the more I like him.
All right, I understand that. Yeah, give me Sabonis, especially if TJ Warren's out.
Cool.
All right, Aaron Gordon versus Devin Booker. That's another one that I bet you have a big opinion on.
Devin Booker, easy. What about you?
Yeah, I just trust him more.
I mean, with no Ayton, no Oubre, I think this game is high scoring. I think Aaron Gordon has come back down to earth. And even if I'll put it like this. Even if Aaron Gordon balls, I think Booker still beats him some of the time here. And I don't expect Aaron Gordon to ball like that. So give me Booker all day.
God, great spot for Gordon, though. Minnesota is awful.
It is.
So, again, I'll go with Booker, but it is a rare spot where I have to think about it. All right, Ricky Rubio versus Shai. Give me Rubio. Easy on this one. I like Rubio a lot tonight.
Same.
All right, after that, we got Valanciunas against Morant. Give me Valanciunas. It's just been more consistent recently. Oh, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm thinking about it. It's tough. I'm going to go Morant, but it's probably one I don't pick.
Okay. Karis LeVert or Chris Middleton?
LeVert.
I like the spot better for LeVert, but gut feeling as a Bucks fan, LA builds that wall tonight, and you see Chris Middleton with a big game here. And is somebody who goes underappreciated by the general public for his skill set. I think he has a nice game here.
I get that, but does that mean he's better than LeVert?
No, but I also don't want to be completely victim to LeVert's big game the other day because it's also surrounded by a bunch of blah games.
For sure. It's a question for a reason. It's also a tough spot for Middleton. And maybe I'm biased because I'm starting to like Bledsoe more, who I wish was on here. If this were Bledsoe instead of Middleton, I might pick Bledsoe.
But the salary on DK doesn't affect what they do here.
I know. It's, that ultimate, I
want to like Bledsoe because he's cheap on DK, but I mean, I'll always take Middleton over Bledsoe in any game.
I get that for sure. I mean, it makes sense math-wise, no doubt. it's hard to choose Middleton in a tough spot over LeVert in a much easier spot as far as I'm concerned, I guess.
Agreed.
I wouldn't choose Bledsoe over LeVert either. Let me just be clear there.
Okay. I told you it's a little bit of a gut feeling. I don't normally go on feelings. I'm more of, like the numbers and facts over feelings. It's not a great spot for Middleton, but I just have a feeling. Again, I'm going to ride it right here. I think he plays well tonight as the Lakers build that wall to stop Giannis.
I get that.
Okay. After that, Bogdanovich at Boston or Dragic at New Orleans. Give me Dragic, just a much better place. He's playing really well right now.
Same, although Bogdanovich is kind of hot too. 2 really good games in a row.
He is. And I don't like picking against him because when he's rolling offensively, he can flat out roll. But I like Dragic a little bit better today.
Agreed.
All right, guys. Anything else you want to throw in, Mr. Bellman?
That's all I got. Just get in here, join it. I know a couple of my buddies have hopped in that have messaged me online. So get in while this jackpot's still massive.
Yep. Somebody's going to win it eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that somebody is you tonight, correct?
I'm praying.
All right, guys. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.